I saw the other day, Skepta tweet, hey, Abs, that verse, hard.
Come on.
Hard. So that's even got me thinking about
Come on.
this question. Like, if Big Scat comes right now and he says, hey, Abs, I want you on the thing.
It actually doesn't matter who it is. Even Whiskey, this is my role model. Whiskey could come to me like it's not that.
Are you sure?
Are you sure, fam?
Are you sure? What you saying? Good.
I'm good. What going on?
Yeah, we're here. Lovely. It's a long time coming still.
Yeah, bruv.
Ramadan's been doing you lot, innit?
Me, I'm not fasting, bruv. Is it because I got a beard? I have to fast.
No, no, man, just assumed it. You know, Abs is doing that Ramadan, so.
No, Mojo's not an act.
Oh,
no,
man.
man. I just have the act beard. That's it. I'm not really.
Man's got the act presence. I feel it.
Yeah, man. You know. But you man saying you look good.
Yeah, man, blessed still. Yeah, no one's trying to show hairline. I deeped it. No one's on that.
Ah, please, oh.
No,
the angles are
no one is on that. Fam, I didn't even wear hats, but my thing was looking so mad I had to.
Yeah, trust me, it's not easy, bro.
I had to, fam.
My moustache going into my nostril, fam. I was eating. I was like, what's that?
So annoying. Oh
my days. You know how many times this happened to me?
I was rapping. I was like, who am I rapping at?
It's so ticklish,
happened to me, bro.
Look at Tyler just thinking, I can't relate.
So we've got building. We got Mojo, Abs. What you like to us today?
What?
Yeah, man, come on.
We inside team vibes.
So I want to kick off with, probably one of the key questions, and probably a question that you've asked a few times. How much has life changed since you dropped Options?
I'd say so. Since Options, it's just I feel like it's just newer audience, more audience. That it's gone bigger and whatnot, and it's just like we're more in the light now. So when man's tweeting stuff, it's just being judged more. You feel me? Before Options, no one cared about what one was saying. You feel me? But that's what comes with it. That's what comes with it. And musically, it's just like it's showing us that people kind of do respect the craft because they've seen that we can do this. We can kind of create a sound like that can be stamped in the UK. You feel me? Obviously,
like you talked about, social media that people care more now since Options dropped. People care more, innit? And I've seen how talking about social media, you lot have a presence and the way you lot operate. Is there a strategy, a method behind it, or do you guys just use your socials just as any normal person?
Nah, man. There's no strategy. Like everyone's just themselves on social media. Like same way you'd see us and we would bust jokes and would interact with people in real life the same way we are on social media. And I feel like it's just a better way to be,
Yeah. So just all organic. Feel it.
Yeah. Mojo, I don't know if do you remember the time, I think was it after Grown Up where we decided to unfollow bare people on socials.
Oh yeah, that.
And then we realized that was not it.
Work.
You don't do that. No matter how big you get, like always remember your core. We kind of came from social media, like regardless. Like man's always on the Twitter, guys always on the gram. So it's like, why abandon that just because you're another level? And
so NSG, now you realise that really weren't the way to go. Yeah, why did you lot try to unfollow people in the first place? Because I always think why artists do that. Like, no. There was
actually no particular reason behind it. It was just
no. I wouldn't say there was no reason.
Perception.
Yeah.
It was more of a perception thing of like, more for like, you know what I mean? Like, we realized that it's not it. It's not it at all. I'm not gonna lie to you. And the type of guys we are, just in person, like, if you see us at parties, like, we actually interact with all our fans. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm a normal individual. Yeah. I could tweet the same way you're tweeting. I can watch the same show you're watching. We're all the same, but man's just got a song in the chart. Like, that's about it. But it doesn't mean I can't tweet.
Quickly, do you think that, like, how would you not feel if people in general, like parents or fans, were to call you lot role models? Like, is that something that you're not trying to really be, or is it just are you trying to be
for everyone? I personally can't speak for everyone, but me personally, I'm not a role model. Please, I don't want to be a role model. I just want to. You know what I'm saying, I just want to enjoy my life. I just want to do what I feel like I should be doing. That's it. And if you feel like, I like that, then that's you.
Yeah, when you start looking at yourself as a role model, you kind of start conforming to like who they want you to be in a way, like, and Man's not trying to do that, you feel me? Like, if what I'm doing organically, if you're impressed by that, so be it. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to label myself as a role model because man's still trying to. I'm trying to do something for myself as well, man. I'm trying to leave a legacy and everything. So if you want to look at it and be motivated by that, so be it.
Yeah,
I feel that.
Yeah, leave it. I feel it. So who runs because obviously you've all got your individual accounts. Like, who runs the NSG accounts?
That is not me.
You know, everyone's got it on their phones. Like, we've got access to
Like, do you know what happened? Because I lose my phone all the time, which is bad. But obviously, so on my new phone, I don't have the login, so I haven't had a chance to really tweet as much.
I tell we've all got it, but Cruds is mainly on the Twitter, and Instagram actually. But that's because he ain't on Insta, so he uses the Insta more. Yeah. So, but we've all got access to it, and there's a rule in the NSG, like if we all don't agree with it, don't tweet on the NSG page. Tweet on your own page, man. That's your own.
Has there ever been a time, has there ever been a time where someone's tweeted or posted on the NSG account and the man were like, whoa.
Plenty of times. That's how we have to.
You know what smacks it is because we can tell who actually tweeted it. That's the worst thing about it.
That's it.
In the chat, everyone's grilling that guy, bro.
100%.
Oh Lord, what like? And is there like 3 strikes and like your out rule? Like if you tweet 3 wreck stuff off an account, then you can't have access no more. Or
Nah. I don't know. We should do that. You know, that's not a bad shout.
That would be wild. But to be fair, everyone's kind of uses their own socials for the wild stuff anyway, so it would work.
You know, just on the topic of social media as well. You know how you see people saying, stuff like I can't name 10 NSG songs. Or I can't name all the members in NSG. Like, what do you not think of those comments?
I find it funny, personally.
Yeah,
I find it funny because I know it's got to be better.
There's beauty behind the mystery stuff. Like, man can still get lit in the Shoreditch. Like, regardless, unless we're all together.
Yeah.
Unless we're all together, you're not gonna say this NSG. If I'm by myself, if Mojo's by himself, it's like, you know, a man can still do my daily. Like, I'm not gonna lie, on tour period of time, I'll get the train because it's the fastest transport. Like, I'll be on the train casually. I'm not solo artist like the JRCs, like the Dave, like where you will clock me from. Nah, I'm in a group, and I like that. So if you don't know, man, that's even better for me. I still want to live my life.
Has that changed now? Well, like, are the train journey still calm, or is it getting a bit?
No, I put my headphones in. I'm good. Good to go.
You know what I mean? Like, vibes. Obviously, one thing I'd say I've noticed is that you kind of like before, I'd think, if I see a black brother or a black sister, you're gonna know who I am. It's like, but as time went on, it could have been anyone. Anyone would know. Like there was a time I was on the train going to the studio. I was on the Central line, and I just had this Caucasian babe just looking at me. I think, why is she looking at me? And then she saw NSG, and she took a picture on the train and everything. But obviously, I wasn't paranoid. I wasn't paranoid to think, she would know me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's getting to that stage, but I can still casually get on the train and whatnot. Like, what? I love it, man.
All right, okay, cool. So obviously, like, Cobbs was speaking about options, but for those who have been part of our culture, they'll know that, like, you guys have been about for some time. Like, there was bare music before Options, you feel me?
Right.
Like, going back way back. At what point, at what point did you lot kind of realise that this can be like a full-time career thing? Like, after what song or period of time did you lot realise that, okay, this is something that we can actually do for the rest of our lives and make considerable income from?
Do you know what? Yeah, I'd say, like, we always knew it. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like from the jump, it was definitely a thing where we're doing this, like, for our future, innit? We're doing this, like, as a career. Yeah. But obviously, anytime you start off something like with your friends or by yourself as a business, it doesn't always make a lot of money or profit. So obviously it was a situation where we just had to make ends meet whilst we were doing what we was doing until like the final moment, like the Yo Darling moment or the Options moment where then we don't have to do our own work or whatever we was doing beforehand.
Yeah, I definitely say Yo Darling was like Yo Darling was the one that got us the phone calls from labels. It was the one that started. It was the one that kind of got us like this is the deal we want you lot to do. Like, this is they started throwing numbers at us. So
that's one of my favourite NSG songs still. Your Darling's a fucking banger. Are you crazy?
I appreciate that.
Yes, thank you, man.
Cool.
So I tell you, Your Darling, innit?
Cool, sick. So yeah, like we know, obviously, you guys are all. Correct me if I'm wrong. You're all either Nigerian or Ghanaian, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So what have been like your parents' reactions to your career choices? Like at first, were they like?
Mojo.
Do you know what? Yeah, my mum, yeah, is, bless her heart, man. She's so lit, but she's a bit of a very orthodox Nigerian mother. Do you know what I'm saying?
Same. But
and you know where she spends a lot of time in church, the whole music thing is not really her.
Respected like that.
But to be fair, I brought her to the OT Bop show when we was doing our tour in London, and she had a lit time. Like she actually enjoyed it. So from there, I knew, okay, cool. She's kind of accepted it. Do you know what I'm saying? Come to the show, see everything, and be like, okay, so this is what you're doing. That was a good moment for me still.
Yeah.
I say, you know, like for me, I like just that turning point of taking a career. I remember when I was chatting to you, Mojo, like I think a few years ago, and the line, you know, in OT Bop, the line they hit me, I was meant to go uni. So, and like, but I remember that summer you left uni, and like you were thinking, what am I gonna do? Like, do you know what I'm saying? I was like, fam, like, man's gotta do what you're passionate about. So when that came up, every time it comes up, I'm in the dance screaming it, like I feel it. This is real life story. Like,
yeah, bro. I remember when I quit, my mum was not having it, bro. Like I didn't even tell her at first. I just stopped going, and then obviously she was like, "Yo, what you doing?" And I was like, "Yeah, man, I'm doing music." And she said, "You're doing music?" Da, 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 da. I said, "Just don't worry, man. Give me some time." And fast forward, here we are, man.
To God be the glory, man. That's wavy.
Yeah,
yeah, Abs, how about you, fam?
Mum, like with my parents, my mom's happy as long as I'm happy. That's it.
Them ones.
As long as I'm happy doing what I'm doing, she's good because she knows the type of son she raised, in it. Like, I'm all about the W, fam. Win. So
100.
as long as I'm happy, she's happy.
Sick.
That mumsy.
Big up Auntie as well. Cousin's mum. She had us still for a long time.
Whose mum?
For a long time. So cousin's Dennis.
Oh yeah.
So that was the yard, like
where
like the foundation. We Kobe knows, in it. We'd always be there. There was a home studio there, and it's like she would rather us being inside the yard, making music, making noise, disturbing her, rather than us being outside doing whatever.
Yeah.
She's always been that the mum for all of us, like because she literally she'll see us in and out the house, like she knows all of us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So big up, Auntie, man.
The upcoming project is called Roots, and the cover work is cold, by the way. That's the coldest cover art. I love it.
Thank you.
Do you not think that like the whole movement of Afrobeats will continue to play like a consistent part in UK music, or do you think it's kind of just like a phase that will eventually pass, or do you think it's here to stay? Like, do you think it's gonna?
It's here to stay. Listen, you see, Afrobeats, Afrobeats is about, like, obviously when we go to meetings we get some facts and whatnot, but Afrobeats is not just like it's a global thing. It's gonna change. It's gonna change the sound of the world, and it's not. I think it's more cultured sounds, like whether it's the bashment, the Afrobeats, but those two sounds are now being infused in everything. Yeah, and the stats they give us, they're like, let's say, I don't know who was there in that meme model, but they were like, I think they said 15 to 20 years, that will be the biggest market in Africa, but it's all leading towards Africa in a way.
Yeah,
like,
they're saying they take like all the labels, they're like building up branches in Africa because they're trying to capitalize.
Like, no offense, but what culture does the UK have? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, apart from legal works and paperwork and that. Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's like they're starting to embrace that, like the dancehall, the Afrobeats, anything that's got remotely culture to it, because culture will never die. Yeah. So they see the vision now, and like there's a lot of songs that even I think starting from like I'd say 2-3 years ago, a lot of the songs that in the pop world, they were infused with, like, you listen closely. You hear the sounds, like
Afrobeat sounds in, you
hear the sounds, and it's
you can tell by the drums, the chords. They really influence. Like, we are influencing them.
100.
So yeah.
In fact, quick question, like, do you know what spun me? I can't remember who it was when you lot did the remix of that. Who's that One Direction guy?
Liam Payne, Benjamin Florida.
Liam Payne. Like, how did that even come about? Like, that just came to my head. Like, how did that club even come about?
That's them from Yo Darling. So he heard Yo Darling. He's like, yo, this is like, he was vibes into it. He even sent us a video like
Oh,
vibing to it.
yeah.
And then the I think his A&R is was his A&R, Charlie Knox?
Yeah,
was that his A&R, innit?
yeah.
So his A&R was kind of cool with our manager, and he kind of like the links, the conversation happened, and he literally put up to us on studio and was like, I need you lot source on this, man. And
That's mad.
Yeah.
Oh, One Direction,
like,
you know. You're not
like,
game
that was
on
a mad day still.
fam.
Man
Crazy.
put up like chauffeur, like everything, like it was
Everything.
Like, it's great. Like you see,
Come
you know,
on.
like the lifestyle different. Like
Yeah, 100.
I think he went shop with Mujib and that. They're bopping down the road. You just see Mujib walking down the road with Leah Payne. Like it was mad.
Yeah, they went
Going to the
shop,
shop
like,
to
to
get
get
a drink.
Must have been
It's
like,
nuts.
obviously you guys talked about like being approached by labels and different people as a group in it, like as you were coming up, but have people like started to approach you for like solo stuff now?
There's people. I won't say labels, more say I'd say just artists in general. Artists will try pick and do this, like, oh, I want this and that. But the thing is, what we've noticed is that when you start doing that, you're gonna build the vision of, oh, you're this person doing this person doing. So we always told them there's evidence of songs here that's been recorded, we've all recorded, and they've sent us back certain guys' verses. We're like, take this thing away, man. We're not doing it. Like no matter how hard the song is, we know what we want. We know what we're building in it.
That's it.
Regardless of how hard the song is, if you're taking my man's verse off, if
You're taking everything off.
You're taking everything off, man.
I respect
that. It's
that still.
NSG.
I respect
We're
that.
collective. You feel me? So
Quick
I say nah.
Quick question, sorry, Tara. Quick question. I saw the other day Skepta tweet, "Hey, Abs, that verse hard."
Come on.
Hard. So that's even got me thinking about like this question. Like if Big Skep comes right now and he says, "Hey, Abs, I want you on the thing."
It actually doesn't matter who it is. Even Whiskey. This is my role model. Whiskey can come to me like, and like it's not that.
Are you
like,
sure?
Sure, fam.
Are
you sure?
I'm joking.
Hey, Moj, like, do you know what it is? Yeah,
joking.
do you know, we know the vision, innit? We know what we're trying to build there. This is not that's short term gain for us. Like,
Yeah, I feel it.
Like that's like, but you know what that tweet meant so much to me. Like,
what verse was Skepta talking about, by the way? I think I missed the tweet.
Big Skeppy, you know.
Porsche. That's
Porsche.
Big Skeppy. Like,
You mad?
Porsche. Yeah, that's cold.
I was
But
gonna
it's one
say
of them ones.
Abs like, yo.
Nah, fam, I was, because you know what's crazy as well. Yeah, this the way life works, man. Like before I saw that tweet, I was in a bad mood. Like I was so pissed off, yeah. And then I was walking up my stairs and I saw the tweet, yeah, and I just started smiling, and I was just smiling through, like, and it's like, I remember that time was in, I can't remember what scene we were in, and we were just singing Skepta's just Let's Get Gully.
Yeah. I think it must have been in the studio, no?
I think so. And it's like, this is someone we all grew up on. You feel me?
Yeah. 100%. That's a gas moment.
That's like sick, man. It's sick. I'm still gassed like today. You feel me? I don't
So
know.
is there what, like an NSG Skepta collab maybe in the pipeline somewhere?
There's hella things in the pipeline. You feel me? There's hella things in the pipeline.
I can't wait for Lot's project still, because I can't lie. Yeah, there was like if we rewind like a year and a half to like probably 2 years back in it. Them I used to say, "Oh, trust me, NSG are coming." I used to be like, "I'm not sure." We had a couple tunes. I was like, "I'm not sure." You know, dropped bangers.
I was saying it especially from Referee.
Yeah. Come even know it, but
they were saying it from growing up. Obviously, like
you see this one is, I'd say, and that's why. If you think, I've been asking everyone, what do you think the thing symbolizes, the artwork? But it's a stamp. I'm not gonna lie to you. That UK flag is there for a reason. The world thing, obviously, we're still discovering. We're still gonna open up that. The roots is gonna open up that world. But it's a stamp for us. And you mentioned Grown Up. We're gonna tap into that because Grown Up is very commercial. It wasn't for the culture. That's why it seemed like it was awfully timed for us. But we're tapping into that as well. We're tapping into to the Grown Up sounds.
Yeah.
It's a mixture, man. I swear, I can't wait. I can't wait for the world to hear this project. I swear to you, this project came off the back of a lot of the songs that we made that we put on that project came off the back of guys coming back from Africa. You get me? That cleanse. Literally,
it's got that tunnel vision. You've had the homeland influence.
Like guys are in Nigeria, and I swear to you, I don't see my man them like get teary and whatnot, but being in Africa showed us ways, bro. I'm not gonna
Me and
lie
Cobb
to
say
you.
all the time, there's something that going home does to you. Like,
No,
to your
and
spirit,
you know what? It's not. It's everyone. Like, no matter where you're from, like, go back home. There's a feeling of wholesomeness. Like, I feel
100.
one. I
Yeah,
feel it was one. Like,
fam, for real.
and we went to Africa, came back, and we just concluded. Obviously, we were talking about the name for the project way back. We were gonna call it 2020 something, but we went back home, came back, and we was like, it's Roots, man. Like, I have to call it Roots, bro. Embracing that shit, you feel me? And I can't wait, man. I can't wait.
Because I've been following from anyone since uni rave days, and I see like, yeah, no, they're clean, but I'm not sure if they're gonna make that step up. The man dropped Options. I said, The man dropped OT Bop. I said,
I feel like people are gonna remove the question mark from NSG now. That's what I think this will do.
I said, and then even like, I think my favorite one to this date is Trust Issues. When Trust Issues dropped, I said, you know what? I'll take back every last word that I said.
Come on, baby. We're not done, man. We're not done. We're actually not done because, like, the obviously there's it's all good being versatile and that, but making a mark, like when you hear certain things, you're gonna know this is NSG. It was too. That's what we're trying to mark down. Like, yeah, this is us. And then when we tap into that versatile side, people are gonna be like, yo, you are scary, man. You are scary, man. But it is what it is. We'll wait, man. We let the music do the talking. Like my mom always told me, don't talk too much. You feel me?
The way you come across on tracks, Abz, and it reminds you a lot of Kid of Kuds.
Yeah, Kid of Kuds has got sauce, bro.
Yeah,
sauce, and that's that. And me, I can't run away. Like, you know, there's this me. I've learned that I've got like there's things about me. I've got tribal marks. I can't run away from who I am, innit? Yeah. So even on tracks and whatnot, like it's all like I just can't run away from it. And you take the boy out of Nigeria. You can't take Nigeria out of the boy. Like, I always express that, and that's who I am. And so when I come out, I sound different to everyone, but it's who I am, man.
That's the point as well. I was gonna say, because at the start, a lot of people were like, "Why are these men putting on accents?" And I'm thinking, bruv, these man, like half of these men were born here. Like, I remember Mudrik came Shoreditch, and we were like 12, 13, and like I was like,
yeah. Trust me, guys. Like after even the guys that were born here, like Mojo, Quads, then they obviously Quads and Dennis, they lived in Ghana as well. They lived in Ghana. Mojo obviously didn't live in Nigeria, but his parents, his upbringing was very cultured. Like, you know what I mean? So I always say this is destined. Like, there's 3 Nigerians, 3 Ghanaians. It's meant to be, and calling in this world is bigger than just music, man. And I always say that, and I mean it. And people are gonna eventually clock like it's more than just music for us. And again, that's what it boils down to when people approach us about, I want this person, I want this. It can't be that. It can't be that.
You know what? I was thinking about the other day as well, because obviously there was more like Dimps was on it. Like, what's his name? Patrick as well. And then like 1, 2 other men. Like, how come? Like, when did you make that decision to like
that process? I think that process, I feel like it was just meant to happen because it wasn't as organized. But that process happened when we had a management 2K. I don't know if you know about 2K management. They do So obviously they're great management team, but they came in on it needs to be clean. There needs to be like organization. Like, you lot just obviously this is when we're still Mandem are just doing Mandem, like coming to the yard. You hear the song you want to record. They were like on a cleaning thing, like, yo, we have to come properly. They didn't say we want you lot to drop down to this number. But we all kind of came together like, yo, what is it that you want? Like, there was that conversation, like, be real, like, do you want this? Is it long term? And then there's people like Oluwa Flyboy. I don't know if you remember, like,
that's
So Flyboy, like, he came on he knows what he wanted, but it's like he didn't have the group mentality like we all did. So obviously he decided, even that and we kind of all saw it, like there's stuff like you can't hide like the type of things you. So there will be times where they were like, oh, I want my name instead of NSG. He said, I want my name. You know, so we kind of clocked that. This guy would kind of want to go on that route. With like Dips was more of he had best stuff he wanted to do. Like, and there wasn't one focus point. Who else? A-Man as well, very solo kind of approach to his work. And God just like, it's made it, and there were 6 of us. And everyone was good with that. there was no question. Like after that, everyone was happy. The guys that left, like, were still in the studio with them every day, trying to build their solo because there's no hard feelings. You know what you want. We're gonna help you get what you want. You're helping us. You know what I mean? So yeah, but that process, it was needed, but there was no one within us that could say it was needed. We needed that external kind of factor.
Them man that have since left a bit, not even salty, but do they regret it now, do you think? Or is it still kind of like, is what it is?
You know what it is, yeah? Me, like, with regrets and whatnot, it's like, even if you are regretting, like, you still have your own shit to kind of to chase or that you want to do.
Of course.
So it's like, as much as I don't know, they never mentioned, I feel that. Well, I don't see it, I don't feel it. Like, I don't feel that because they're still with us in the studio and they support what man them are doing. So I feel like it's just our genuine love and where we'll come from. A lot of us, we went to the same secondary school and whatnot, grew up in the same area. Like, so that upbringing is kind of molded us together to just chase the W, just be winners regardless of the situation.
I feel it.
Yeah. I
was thinking as well, like you guys have like extended family in terms of other artists, like what's his name? Dennis's brother. CP, and then also Kia, because Kia's been rolling with him for time.
Yeah, 100%. And that's all stems from guys just being in the same school and whatnot and just growing up together. And then people, trust me, it's like they're coming. There's an army, man.
I heard that snippet and I was like, wow, this is nuts. Because he was wavy before, wasn't it? But he's coming back. Fam. Look at that.
Yeah, he's in his bag right now because he's more focused now. Like, he's like this. Like, he's off the football. He's mad focused on, like, I want to do this music thing. I'm waiting to do every day. And obviously 4Play. So Dennis, who produces as well, he's got like a production team called 4Play. So they're trying to build their thing as well because the unity thing helps, man. Togetherness, it just helps. So they're trying to do their thing with the A-Man that used to be in NSG and Kia, and they kind of work it together to kind of push. And Keys is next.
He's too cold.
Is this the drill thing? The drill man?
Remote
Rude. Yeah.
What's it called again?
But that's what Rude. Shoot, bullet.
And then the figure.
When I heard that, I said, whoa. Fam, I had to remove my hat. I said, whoa. Who's this? Bro, he's shelling off. He's shelling off.
Man. Crazy talent.
And I remember him from your crib session as well, because I swear he
crib
was
session,
and he spun that. I said, bro, who's this white don't get in like this?
He's hard. Like, Keys has been hard. From secondary school days, he was a guy. He was a guy. Yeah, we'll play football. We'll stop playing, and he just freestyling to everyone. He was that guy. So we knew he always been hard. But it's about, you can be hard, but have something to. Yeah, you gotta have something to you, and
cool,
he's getting that now. He's
people are kind of time in season, fam.
Exactly.
It's all time in season, fam. Like, when it's your time, it's your time.
Time is everything, man. 100%.
Take it with both hands and make the most of it still.
Who do you guys want to work with next then, like, in terms of collabs? Any artists that you want to collab with?
That's a good question. I don't know, because obviously I've been listening to a lot of, like, obviously I'm a Gunna stan and them man there. So, but obviously if I was to say them, if I was to say something like Gunna, like, we don't really make the same type of vibe. So,
fam, it's possible. He's very versatile. That track with Coffee pops off.
Yeah, no, he done his thing on that. But yeah, I'll probably say something like that, or Future, someone like one of them there.
For me, I just keep it rooted, man. I just want the Burna Boys, the.
Burna Boys.
But it's like we don't. There's nothing being forced there. It's gonna when it happens, it happens.
Organic things.
There's been it's conversations there. Things are happening.
Things are happening. I feel it.
Yeah.
Have a bit of success now. You know, you've got your hits in, you've got your plaques in. But in terms of like I don't know if you guys have a label deal or what. Are you still independent or
independent? Forever independent. So NSG Entertainment Limited is actually a record label that NSG is under that. And that's what we're pushing because we kind of know the importance of owning your stuff. And like labels are all good. Labels have their advantages and what they bring to the table. But more so it's important that understand what you bring to the table and what you're creating and how regardless of how sweet they make it sound, they're just trying to buy what you made. Like, they're trying to own what you made. They're trying to buy ownership of what you own. So just bringing it down to the basics, it doesn't make sense. Like you could get into like deals or like we call these people business partners.
Yeah,
like,
fam.
Everyone is business partners. Get me? So even the options deal and whatnot, it was a 50-50 thing. Like no cheating. Like, you know, you bring what you need to bring to the table, we'll bring what we can to the table. So forever independent, man.
I feel it. So like he's saying, there's no amount, there's no deal.
What was the amount we said, Moj? What was the amount we told them and they laughed?
What was the amount?
I can't remember, but it was definitely M's.
Millions.
Yeah, straight.
Oh, but we know what,
even if he was to get the right figure, it's not even about the figure. It's more about the deal, like
the partnership and who
control. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to give away all the control, and then you're in a situation where you have money, but you can't even do what you love. You can't drop music. It won't make no sense. Do you know what I'm saying?
Of course.
So yeah, that's definitely what's important.
But yeah, they laughed at us when the first, how much longer we said millions, they laughed. I remember, I don't know if I'm saying this, but there was the Yo Darling offer we got,
Oh my days.
The number was so dumb. The number was so dumb. And the deal itself was so dumb. Forget the number. The deal is like, it was like 3-4 albums or whatever.
With merch and
merch,
shows as well.
So basically a 360 thing, basically. And then I'd say not the same person, but the same kind of group of people. They came back to us options, and I think it was 10 times more, or even way more than that.
No, it was.
Yeah, and we still said no to it. Yeah, and we still said, you know, keep your money, man. It's not about the money.
Fam, it's mad. These labels will try and give you the littlest amount for so much to try and maximize their profits. Like, you lots of expense, so it's good that you lots have switched on still.
Exactly.
Last question, in terms of like the decisions that are made in the group, have you lot got apart from your management, have you lot got like a person or like a couple of people in the group that you trust to make the decisions on behalf of the group, or is it literally like the 6 man in the group make the decisions, and each person's like thoughts and contributions to decisions is just as important?
It's the group and the managers, and I'd say the only external, correct me if I'm wrong, Mojo, but the only external kind of person we go to is J5, and that's because he's been with us. He's not even external.
That's family.
He's basically family. So I'd say that's the only other person, like, when it comes to any advice but everything we know, like, you know, when you live it, or when you know the ins and outs of everything you're doing. Like, you know the past, you know what we're trying to do. So it's like, why go anywhere else? Not everyone will get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Cool.
We understand what we're trying to do, so I'd say we keep it within us.
Cool. In fact, very last question, because like I have to speak on it. The whole Afro Nation thing, obviously, fast forward 12 months now, what's happened has happened, with the whole cancellation and coronavirus and whatnot. Two-part question, actually. Right, how do you lot feel about what's happening to Afro Nation as a whole and how they've handled this situation? And then the second part of the question is, would you lot like ever perform with Afro Nation again, or like are those ties completely severed?
Yeah, no, I don't have nothing against Afro Nation in it. I just feel like the situation, they wasn't really trying to take in what we were saying, which I don't know what reason they have, but whatever, innit? But that's gone, innit? Obviously, what's happening now, like, I don't feel sorry for them. I'm not gonna say I feel sorry for them, but it's not like, it's not spite.
Yeah.
I don't care. At the same time, I feel sorry for the people that have paid like money for their ticket to go and get no money back, which is like, obviously you're not representing my country role at all. Yeah. You know?
For real.
But it's a tight one.
It's very tight. Even the Afro Nation that you lot were built to, that you missed or that you chose not to go to, fam. Like, I know people that were saying that even though you weren't there, like, performing, they said like OT Bop came on like every 20-30 minutes, fam. They said they heard OT Bop so many times.
I can imagine.
Even when we were in Portugal, we were actually in Portugal like at them times as well, innit? Like, because we were turning up.
You went, didn't you?
We were in Portugal, Like,
yeah.
Man's not gonna let next man stop my holiday. What the fuck?
Portugal was it, bro.
And anytime anytime we had a party, people came back, oh my God, they're playing some bad times. We're like, come on, man. But it's not.
Oh,
not
wait,
the
so
same.
you lot were in, like, were in Portugal, but you didn't
I can't lie, man was on top of the beach.
Nah.
I could see everything. Man was on top of the beach. Like, everyone I was going in and out of Afro Nation, they were vibing with us. Like, we were, like, I'm not gonna lie, we still booked a holiday. Like, I'm not gonna let because of, nah, man. It's 2021, you see me Afro Nation. Don't worry. I'm all about the enjoyment, man.
Live, I feel it. All right, cool. So we've got the project coming out when?
19th for June.
2020, Debut Day, NSG Day, Roots Day. People are gonna find out where. Yes, sir. We're gonna find out who we really are, where we're really from, what we're really about, and where we are going. Yeah, man.
Sick. And plans for the future. Have you lot thought about stuff after the project comes out, or are we just gonna take it as it comes after it comes out? And we're gonna see where we're at.
I feel like with us, we've got enough songs that the future's already sorted. It's already patterned. But obviously, for now, the most important thing is just getting that project out, getting the mixtape out, shooting videos, doing the whole thing, letting everyone hear that.
Yeah.
And then we move from there. But we're sorted. Definitely sorted. Next step is definitely going to Africa, though, 100%.
Home, baby.
Bruv, I can't wait, innit? I can't wait to see the growth because you lot made me eat my words. I was telling Abs that like a couple years back. I was telling Mayers, I was telling Deeps. I was saying I'm not quite sure if NSG have got it, but fast forward 2.5 years, you lot made me eat my words, fam. You lot made me eat my words. Like, I can't wait to see the growth. I can't wait to see the heights you lot get to. I'm praying for more top 10 singles. I'm praying for number 1 for you, man.
Amen. Inshallah. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Thank you for joining us still.
Thank you, Syndicate.